Hi everyone and welcome back to Regiments. Today we are doing stage 3 of Blind Guard, the third operation. Let's have a quick look at the operations log before we do anything else. I'm pretty sure, even though it says we haven't read these, we have. Crescendo we definitely read, I think. Yeah, because that was phase 5. So phase 6 is the latest one. So that's the only one we haven't actually read. So the current position rapidly becomes untenable. Corps HQ is setting up a new defensive line in front of Paderborn. Your Kampfgruppe is tasked to cover the retreat of the 11th Panzer Infantry Brigade Remnants. Their comms network is non-existent and the ammo is nearly absent, so don't expect them to put up much of a fight. Keep the main road open at all times. Ooh, so we're defending convoy, I guess? So, I mean, we've got 232 points, which isn't bad, but we're going to have to spend a lot on just getting everything back to full strength. Fine. Everything is back at full strength. Now, we've got 175 points. And this is sort of defensive by the sounds of it. Let's just hover over. Allies garrisoned, always entrenched pre-battle deployment. So we do get pre-battle deployment, so we could put down some engineering support. 50 points, that. Or we spend 100 points upgrading something, but right now, I mean, upgrading that wouldn't get us anything extra except the bombers. Upgrading that would get us a chopper, but I'm not really too fussed. We could take that to get the tanks, but then it's, you know, it's 125 points to call in. Can we afford to call them in is the question. Everything costs a lot. We've got 975 points. So, I mean, the option is calling in artillery as well. I think we should get some artillery support for plus 15 because we can use that to put down air defences, which I feel is kind of useful. And just put them a little bit... I don't want to put them too far back, though. Maybe that's a waste, then. Maybe we take 75 points worth of call-in, so we can just call in the air defense as well as everything else. And that would leave us 100 points. And we could take the HQ. Let's do that. Let's just do that. We'll take this. I know they're not HQ at the moment, but for some more Leo 2A1s, I think that's worth it. Let's do that. I might regret this. Okay. Choices are interdiction, 2 platoons cannot be deployed. No. Reduce HQ command radius and SAM accuracy. And phases last for 5 more minutes. I think we do the reduced HQ command radius, and I might not bring in the command anyway. I haven't been, even though I probably should. Let's do that. They might also have one as well, so it might be that they've already applied some kind of event. But we will see. Let's have a look at the map and see what we've actually got access to. Withdrawing allied units will arrive here. Okay, so they will arrive at B85. They will proceed to road B85F. Victory points will be granted for each unit that successfully reaches the exit. Okay. So they have to get to there. Alright, alright. And the enemy... Oh, the enemy can come from everywhere here. Holy poop. Alright. Well. How effective can we keep them pinned in? I mean, we could put stuff against here to pin off this side. And here. I feel like that's going to be the easiest side to defend. This is quite spread out. There's a lot of open ground. And here as well. Right, I tell you what we need then is recon, definitely. So, I kind of want recon here, and we'll just put them there. For now. And then recon ideally at this side as well. We do have the Scorpions, which are recon actually, so I technically have enough recon to cover everything. Could put infantry in here to hold that the line, so to speak, because they would have to push this way. That's tempting. I'm kind of thinking tanks to shoot this way. They're going to try and go for these points first, though, aren't they? They're not just going to attack this point. The AI are going to worry about taking points, because that's what the AI do. So, you know what we do? We grab these Leos, and we put them... and we'll move them into here. So, that gives us plenty firing this way. We probably want some infantry over here as well. Maybe we go with... not the... I'd like the Marder 2 elsewhere. Let's take these guys here. So that gives us a little bit of defense against what comes in here. And then... do we give them the mortar? And rely on the heavy artillery and call-ins up here? Possibly. Right, other tanks. So I am going to bring in the other Leos. We'll bring them in at this side. I'd like to bring in some infantry to put in here, and I'm thinking that's where we bring the Panzer Grenadiers in. And just move them across there. This is going to be harder to defend. We're going to bring in the infantry here, because they can get straight into this. So we're kind of going to be having to stop them coming out of it, rather than going into it. I'm kind of inclined to put the Jaguar. Maybe we put Scorpions here? And then we could put the Jaguar in here to fire out. We've got 275 points, which means that we can call in the Leos, which... I mean, I feel like I'm going to end up moving them down here, but we'll leave them there for the minute. Can I get them to face the other way? Yes, I can. So we've got big tanks there. I guess we need some tanks here. And then we can always move them around. Can I put them in the edge of there? Yes. Because they can shoot at stuff coming out of there. Then we've got 75 points left. I kind of want to bring in the mortars. And I kind of want them for this side, because I feel like this side isn't going to have enough if I'm concentrating on dropping smoke and artillery strikes at the other side. We'll place them there and just see what happens. Doesn't mean I've got no AA at the moment, but we'll just have to see what happens and when. If I need to, I can call something else in. So we'll confirm that. And then what we'll do is just move the tanks up to the edge of there. These guys can deploy immediately when they're ready. Do I dare move the Lux up to there? I feel like the Lux is just going to get smashed if I do. That can probably stay there right now, even though I want it in cover. They can stay there. This Lux can move up to maybe in there. And these guys can probably move into here to give us... That said, actually, you know what, I was going to put them there, but I feel like if I move them there, they're just going to be immediately under fire. Those guys can come to the edge of here and deploy. That's our allies. That's some tanks. They can stay where they are. These tanks just need to be facing that way. These infantry, I kind of want to put over here. Try and get them into the buildings. The Lux can stay, but maybe just face that way. Oh, they're the Jaguars, aren't they? So actually, a good position for them would maybe be even in there. We'll see how it goes. Just our electronic warfare in play. Okay. Let's unpause. Question is, where are they going to come from? Oh no, you don't need to be deployed right now. All either infantry is deployed though. It's fine. And placed, good. I don't like it when I can't see what's going on. I mean, they're all going to appear sooner or later. I'm not going to like it. This is where I also find out that they can spawn somewhere else. I hope not. Let's get these guys out and let's make sure they're in that building there. I really don't like this. There's 2 phases of this. Here we go. Let's get some artillery on them. Excellent. They didn't send much that way, did they? We'll take that, that's fine. Probably not. Almost not worth the goal in, probably, but never mind. There's still something there on the map. Unless it's just that unit retreating. I think it must just be the unit retreating. I have the fear that something big's just going to appear sooner or later. Here's the Allied. He's got the scimitar there and a Jeopard, so he's got some AA driving through. But 45% main ammo, 75% durability. Oh, there's other stuff, look, another Jeopard there. So they should be able to fire at stuff that flies over, though. Just with a limited capability in terms of ammo. I like how that's scripted, though, that they come through with less health and things. I really don't like that I can't see what's coming. Zoom around the map looking for stuff. My worst nightmare would be the call in loads of aircraft. Because I haven't prepped for that. I don't have much supply either. I know it's suggested they didn't have much supply, but I don't. Oh, here we go. That's a lot of stuff there. Some artillery on these guys. Attempting to drop some smoke as well. Make them come close to us. Let's move these guys up. There's a lot of stuff coming this way. They're panicked anyway, so they can retreat. Just bring these guys back as well. Bring them back into the town. These guys are firing at those tanks from the side, which is good. Just retreat those because they're getting smashed. How are we doing elsewhere? He is in trouble as well. Just going to drop these on there. This side's okay at the minute. I didn't lose any Leos, I don't think. They just took damage. I'm going to move those guys forward. I want to call in these Leos as soon as they're ready again. How are we doing over here? These guys are in trouble. The Leos are doing okay. I will need to get these guys out. Are they out of ammo? Let's retreat them. I need those Leos in here. These tanks are holding. Turn around and fire at them. I don't care if you're in position. They are actually coming over this way, which surprises me. I thought they'd go straight for the point. The AI is doing things I wasn't expecting. They're out of ammo, which is bad. The vehicles are intact, so we bring in some supply then. I don't really want to spend it on supply, but I'm going to do it. These guys are holding. Artillery. Not ideal. Let's send these guys up and engage them. Which is not something I really want to do either, but I'm going to have to. So they're getting absolutely wrecked, aren't they? Should be able to kill those guys though. They're in cover, but they're going to die. Yes, good. And head that way and kill those as well. They're okay there. They will get rearmed, so that's okay. The Jaguars that were damaged, wasn't it? I'll bring them back in. Oh, there's tanks there. Taking a lot of fire. They're actually tanks, those. It's a long way for our reinforcements to come. I might just smoke these guys. Force them to get really close. There's the Leos. Where's the supply trucks? Miles away, look. Not that there's much supply there. Can I move them fast? I think that's a train track rather than... Or is it? It is a road. You'd think they'd use the road and go faster. I don't know. Good, they're pushing this way, which is fine. Oh, no, it's not. Because the tanks are over here. Fine, we can drop some artillery on where they're going. Let's go back into here, because you're going to get shredded. Still getting shredded, even though you should be hidden. Oh good, they've retreated. Where's the... Kind of want to move this guy up here now. These guys won't last long against all those tanks. Smoke them. See if we can get some shots on the back of them with these guys. These tanks have at least arrived at the front line. I'm just going to position them there. We are managing to engage these guys. We've come in from behind. I'm going to roll these guys up again as well, because they can get some side shots. They do have little cannons. Come on, Leos. Yes. T-64 BVs, good tanks. Doing okay. Minimal losses so far. Good, we've killed them. Beautiful. I mean, I realise it's far from ideal, but we're okay. We are okay. Did I call in? Yeah, I did. They're there. They are driving down the road, interestingly. So these guys, I just want to get in there. These guys haven't had to do much, to be honest. There was that initial assault, but nothing since then. A little bit worried about these guys. They've taken a lot of damage. I need to repair them as well. Might be a case of once that supply's repaired them, then I pull them back and send some over here instead. Or do I just take the risk and retreat these guys now? Let them rearm. It's very difficult. Same with the Scorpions. I mean, there's still 3 of them there, but... move the mortars up to here. That's repairing and rearming them. It's actually nearly done. That one's going up pretty quickly. I mean, it's a long drive to this front line, so... job's done. Maybe we try and get them to these tanks then, and try and rearm those tanks. Maybe that's the answer, and then retreat it and bring it back in to do over here. They've really not sent much in down here, have they? For 6 minutes left of this. I'm kind of surprised. I was expecting more of an onslaught. We haven't changed the difficulty, it's still on hard. I'm pleased with my little tanks. The 1A5s have done a good job, considering only 1A5s. This was, you know, very... I don't know, I came in behind the tanks and killed them very easily. But it is the AI. And the AI doesn't seem to handle flanking very well. So, it also doesn't do it to you, really. So I feel like that's a very easy way to win a fight with the AI. It's probably the correct way to play, of course, but... the AI can't really cope with it. I mean, the big one will be getting, like, choppers around the back of the AI and hitting them from behind with missiles. That would do them a lot of damage. When you fast move stuff, they do go funny ways round. I mean, all of these guys should get through. I assume that's the end.
5 minutes remaining.
They must, like, stop so there's enough time for them all to get through. Well, that would be a bit unfair, because then you'd be missing points. just hunting for stuff. I can't. Hang on, here we go. Stuff. Loads of stuff. Let's drop some artillery on them. Oh, that's got very close. Yikes. I lost a tank. Let's bring in these guys to assist. Let's get the supplies to come across with them. Let's get those guys out of there. Let's just retreat those tanks, which we've already lost a couple. Screw it, let's retreat those as well. I'm not going to give up without a fight, of course, but needs must. T-64B1s and infantry. T-64s are my big problem at the minute. I need to kill those. If I can kill those, the infantry is easy to mop up. Just drop some more artillery on them? Probably, yeah. Tanks are nearly dead. Let's push these guys forward again. Artillery should be coming in. Do we smoke this guy? We have lost one tank. Yeah, let's get those guys out of there. They've done a valiant job. Let's get some more tanks in. Move the supply up this way. We'll have an artillery strike again soon. I mean, the infantry should be reasonably easy to deal with by just dropping artillery on them again. These guys are taking a lot of fire. Do I waste the points? Yes. Because they're killing my scorpions. Let's bring in the Lux to replace the scorpions. Let's retreat the scorpion before he dies anyway. These guys should be able to defend against a few infantry. I'm not really too concerned about that. Be able to call in more tanks in 5 seconds, but they're going to be miles away from the front line, but that's alright. There is more stuff at the back here. I mean, there is some, you know, Panzer Grenadiers here. Our guys are getting a bit slaughtered, even though they're entrenched. I will artillery that lot back there again. These guys are getting squished, aren't they? Let's just drop the artillery on them. We're going to retreat back here and try and rearm them and let this guy defend for a short while.
1 minute remaining.
I think on the basis that we just need some help quickly, let's get these guys across. Yeah, nothing really. There was that little assault at the start here, but nothing else came through after that, so I probably didn't need all these units there. Then again, if I hadn't had those units there, I'm sure they would have called stuff in there. I mean, we should be absolutely fine. I'm just going to stop those guys there, stop those guys there. They should be in range to rearm those, I would hope. Yeah, there we go. 2 seconds left. We're fine. We've held. We held all the points. 7 vehicles lost. I'll take that, considering what we were defending against. Leo 1A5s did a fantastic job. Can't fault them. Absolutely fantastic. Next phase, last phase of the operation. Well, I'm going to pay to get the Leos rearmed. As they did such a good job. The Scorpions, I don't know, is it worth? I've got 100 points there. It's whether I spend it on that or more. I'd have that, and then I'd have 25. I have 5 points, so I can rearm the Leos, so I have them full. Not really that bothered about the Scorpion. Jaguar, I can do without. Let's bring in more deployment points, and let's spend the last 25 on supplies, and that way we can, you know, have our supply trucks in. Is there any operations log? No, still the same. Still the same. So this is phase 7. To the events. Let's do extended operations, shall we? I'll probably regret this. Maybe they're just going to artillery me to death in the last 5 minutes. Oh, it's midnight as well. So, same again, I guess. These guys, everything's fully repaired now at least. So, the Leo 2A1 is going to go there again. These guys are fine where they are. There was other... yeah, I was going to say these are all on the field. Hang on, let me... what else did I call in? Nothing there. See, supply... oh, the supply trucks are in a good position. They have loads of supply and they're at the front, so they might as well stay. Everything else is rearmed. Why am I getting some juttering? It's like warping about slightly. That's very strange. I've never had any juttering in this game before. Juttering about. That's really weird. I think it's when I'm moving units. Let's get some Leos in there because they were in a good position. Yeah, it's when I put units down, I think. He says, just checking again. That's very strange. You have no idea what's caused that. Must be just moving the units. The looks in there. These tanks can be there. These infantry can move back up to the edge of here again. Those guys can stay there. The supply can probably just come up here. And we got 175 points, so we got more stuff we can call in. The Jaguars can come in again. They did a reasonably good job over here last time. I might just pop them at this side. Do I switch those around? Yeah, let's put the looks here. And then we'll put the Jaguars in here. Where are the Jaguars gone? I didn't call them in. There we go. Misbehaving. Fine. We've got 100 points left. I might wait and see if they bring in aircraft this time. Although I don't have any recon over here, so maybe I need to bring in the Scorpions. You know what I might do actually is put the looks over here and the Scorpions. See, the reason for that is that I don't have any infantry there, and the looks are better against infantry than the Scorpions, I think. So I'll put the Scorpions here and just move them up to there. Okay, confirm. Push those guys up to there. Everything else should be okay. So unpause. Are they actually in the defensive position? They don't look quite in there, do they? I'm just going to move them back a bit. Just our extended operations. Nothing else at the moment. We'll see what happens down here. If they don't bring in much, I'm going to pull something away from there. I mean, I've got Leo 2A1s there. If they don't bring in a lot, I'm tempted to pull the Leos out. Just leave the infantry defending. Put them actually in the point, and then if they do get close, at least they'll be his infantry and mine. So here we go, they're spawning supplies and bits and pieces again, so that's okay. I have artillery illumination this time. So I can light up areas. We'll see how much that helps. The infantry is all well entrenched. Oh, wow. That's like right on top of us. Illumination here. Artillery strike. They're like right there, aren't they? Jeez. I'm gonna pull these. Oh no, they're okay. They're okay. I was about to say I'll pull these guys back, but they're actually okay. No, stay put. I didn't mean to move you. You guys can move up to here though and repair them. That was lucky. All things considered. Oh, here we go. Actually, a bit of action down here now. You guys focus on firing at those, please. Gonna drop some illumination. They've got something firing missiles there as well. Don't know if it was just the infantry. Now there's something there, isn't there? Concerned about the damage they're doing, so I'm going to drop an artillery strike on them. Because they're hurting my tanks, which is not good. These are expensive tanks. Don't know what they are, but they're moving fast. They're recon. BRM 1Ks. These guys are actually taking a bit of a pummeling here. Switch target. Finish off these guys. I mean, they should die very quickly to the tanks, but it's the fact that they seem to be doing a lot of damage. They're sending stuff over this way. I'm going to try and engage them with the recon unit. What are we doing elsewhere? Okay at the moment, I think. I mean, the defensive stuff there should be okay. Oh wow, that's a BMPs. And tanks. Okay, they're getting retreated. At least I've caused a distraction. Move the supply down here is the question. They're going to go for that point. There's contact up there now as well. Illuminate this area. They've got tanks there, they've got a bunch of stuff there. Let's drop some artillery on them. And they're bringing in a lot of stuff. If necessary, I will smoke. I'm getting a kicking because there's so much stuff. Smoke. Those B1Vs are nasty. I lost a tank. Right, these guys need to move across urgently. Pushing, this got stuff there as well. We are winning that fight. They're almost dead. They need to retreat. Crap. They're going to die. I'm going to lose them. That's very upsetting. They've lost their upgrades. I've been completely overwhelmed there. We're getting hit really hard from multiple sides this time. I'm going to have to move these guys, probably. They're hitting that already. Need to come in at the side from here. Retreat, retreat, retreat. Crap, crap, crap. We are in a really bad position now. They got sandwiched between two groups of enemies. These guys are surviving just, but they're taking a lot of damage. Hitting us with a lot of stuff all at once this time. It's harder than last time, that's for sure. I need to engage those. They're wrecking my tanks from range. Look at all of this stuff coming in. Retreat, retreat, retreat. Yeah, we're absolutely stuffed here, aren't we? Are you engaging them or just sitting there? Oh, your guys aren't even out. Doesn't really help, does it? These are all leveled up. I got completely overwhelmed here. Completely overwhelmed. I'm not going to be able to defend any convoys. I lost so many Leos. Those need retreating. I mean, the convoy's stuffed. I'm dropping artillery on the convoy myself, but...
Zone lost.
We are getting wasted here. These guys are going to have to be retreated as well. They hit us a lot harder this time, like with quadruple the amount of stuff all at once. I don't feel like there was any way to stop that. I'd need like an army twice the size. It's pretty harsh. I mean, this stuff's stuffed. I can't help it. I cannot do anything for it. I've lost so much stuff. I'm gonna have to move the Leos up here, aren't I? Why aren't you repairing still? You should be. 85%. Oh, it's because there's only 3 tanks of 4 left. Fine, that's why. Retreat the supply. I mean, that's game over, isn't it? They're destroying all of the all the stuff that's supposed to be escaping. As I say, last game I was surprised the AI even went for that, but this time they're actually properly going for it. But my reinforcements take so long to get there. Can I restart this? Yeah, I can. I'm tempted to restart because I think this is... I don't think I can do anything. These guys have sort of got so many units there now. That's the first time I would have had to restart in this entire campaign. But I just feel like there's... but they're just going to do the same again. They're going to completely overwhelm me with numbers. I can't believe they've been able to call that much in.
Zone lost.
Well, at least we can shoot with the Leo 201s from here. Don't like how close those riflemen are getting. But yeah, they've stopped everything coming through. I assume I'd still win, but I don't know what the maximum needed victory points are to get like the top end win. But I assume I'm going to struggle with that now. So we should recap the points at least. But yeah. I think that's everything. Oh no, there are still spawning stuff there. Fine, we're just going to keep pushing then. Infantry can come up here. We'll take it all back, but yeah, it's expensive. They didn't really do much over there this time. They came in very useful last time, but didn't do a lot this time.
Zone captured.
Let's just get up close and personal with those things. Well, the Scorpions only got one left. Poor little Scorpion, all on his own. Why is that thing causing us so much issue? It's just a mortar, for heaven's sakes. Retreating that. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to pan out, but I mean, we lost a lot of their stuff there. So.
Zone captured.
Didn't realise they'd send so much all at once. I was not prepared for that at all. Interesting. The AI is full of surprises. I've got points to call stuff in, but I'm running low on units is more the issue now, I think. 7 minutes to go. Call in some looks over there. Guess we could call in the actual artillery, the Lars. Only got one Scorpion left, I don't really want to bring that in. Mixed feelings about the Lars though, I wasn't very impressed with it. Bring in some supply, I guess. Resupply these guys.
Zone captured.
Well, we've recapped the entire map. At a big cost. Lost a lot of vehicles there. Lost all the Jaguars. Oh no, I didn't. There's two left, they're still on the field. Scorpions got smushed. Oh, here we go. Guess they're getting retreated. Send these Leos over there and send the Jaguars over there to try and fire at stuff. These guys are getting wrecked as well, so they're getting retreated. See if we can come in behind them and do some damage with these guys. Force them to get close to us.
Five minutes remaining.
That worked quite well. Whoa! What was that strike? That was a big bit of artillery. Well, they're getting retreated, I guess. Really get side shots on those. It's... Where are they? They're just off, aren't they? Just going to drop some artillery there and hope for the best. Bring in the other Leos as well. There's only 2 left, but better than nothing. I lost a lot this game. Just the sheer number of things that they're bringing in. Gotta love the Jaguars. They've been doing a good job this last game. Quite impressed with them, to be honest. I wasn't sure what to expect at first, but they do dish out the damage to vehicles. Don't know what that is. It's dying quickly. I think it's anti-air. Yeah, shelters. Three minutes. Very little of that got through this game. We'll see though. We'll see at the end. I might have to replay it. I don't know. Yeah, I was not expecting to get quite so overwhelmed. The last game was almost super easy in comparison to what just happened there. That was very unpleasant. Hopefully they just don't have anything else to bring in for the next 2 minutes. And these last few things should reach the end, I guess. Still can't believe the amount of stuff they sent all at once. I don't know how anyone could defend against that on this map. There's just so much of it. It's the fact that they can come at you from... They came at me from all 3 sides at once. You cannot have enough forces at one point, surely, to defend against all of that. I guess the aim is you just have to retreat and then push back in bit by bit. Obviously, in the meantime, you lose that road and they destroyed all that stuff. It's a shame.
1 minute remaining.
I assume they're not going to send anything else now. This stuff's all very slowly trundling along. That's not even going to make it to the end. To give us the points, I don't think. Unless it just automatically gives you it at the end. But I doubt it. I think you only get it if it gets there. But they're not following the road anyway. That's one thing in this game is... You would think if you tell them to move fast to an area, they would... Oh, there. Those counted. Even though they didn't get there. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I wish it was a bit like move fast in Wargame and Warno, the Eugen games, where if you move fast they use the roads and go faster, but they don't seem to do that here, which is a little bit frustrating. I wish they did, because as it stands it kind of feels like the roads are just there to look pretty. Wow, I lost 21 vehicles there. I'm not surprised. I killed a lot, but I lost a lot as well. That was a very nasty game. Results of the operation. Yeah, look at how many points I could have got in that operation. Over 630. And I got just 550. I lost a lot of vehicles during that. I mean, it is on hard, so I guess it wasn't going to be as good. I don't know if I'll replay that, because I think that maybe that to get 630, it wouldn't have just been that last mission. I think I would have needed to do better in previous. Although I did hold, I don't know, maybe I would have done it if I'd held there. It's hard to say. Maybe I'll replay it in my own time and see. But thanks very much for watching, everyone. Please do like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you all soon for the rest of the operations. And then a proper review of the game once I've played through everything.